Hello and welcome to Health Talk. I'm Dr. Manny. What would we do without the internet? When we're lost, we Google directions. When we want to find out what our friends are up to, we check Facebook. But in today's age of high tech and social media, can we stay connected with our inner technologies as well? Here to help us figure that out is Google's chief evangelist for brand marketing and author of the new book, The Internet to the Internet, Gopi Kallayil. Welcome to the show. You work at a magnificent company, which is Google as far as I'm concerned. But what was the reason that you wrote this book?
Well, Dr. Manny, I was myself trying to deal with the busyness of our life and all of the technology, the information coming towards us. And in the midst of it, I was struck by the fact that everything we experience in this life is filtered by this inner technology. This is the most important technology everybody gets to use every single day. And I was fascinated with this idea of that you can manage this inner technology and move it to a state of peak performance. And so I was experimenting with various things over my life, and the book is sort of a summary of that I wanted to share with friends, family, and others. You
talk about something, and I mentioned it in the introduction, the inner tech. What is the inner tech for you?
Well, to me, it was a play on the word internet and then the internet. And I'm really referring to the core, biological technology, so to speak, which is your body, your brain, your breath.
So it's more the connection of the mind-body relationship.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it is everything that's we carry inside of this frame that really allows us to function, to operate in this world, come up with creative ideas, process all the information that is coming towards us.
Right.
And this is a really, as a doctor, I don't need to tell you this, this is an incredibly sophisticated, complex piece of technology right here.
You yourself in Google have created platforms for people to enhance or make that inner self work in a better way. What are some of the things that you do there?
Well, personally, I'm very drawn to the fields of yoga and meditation as two modalities by which you manage your inner states. So I founded a yoga teaching program at Google called Yoglers, for the Googlers.
Right.
And there's also a fairly followed meditation program at Google. But these are two among many things that are available at a place like Google to really help you optimize your life. There is things around nutrition, and there is courses and resources for sleep hygiene. So there are many things that are available, and you just have to pick what works for you, what you're drawn to.
Now, on your book, you have some tips of how to tune in to your inner technology. Let's go through some of those tips.
Sure. One of the tips I tell people is to at least commit yourself to 1 minute of mindfulness, or 1 minute of whatever it is that is needed for you to drop into a state of stillness.
Right.
And that might seem like a silly kind of recommendation, but the idea here is 1,440 minutes. Start with at least one that is sort of allows you to focus.
Take the time to friend yourself.
Correct.
So, so take time just to think about yourself for a moment and develop a conscious awareness that, you have to get connected with your inner soul.
Yeah. Well, here again, it is a play on the fact that there's so much of social media that we are all connected to that allows us to form weak and strong connections with thousands of people out there. But in the midst of all this, it's a reminder that the most important relationship, Dr. Manny, that we will ever have is the one with ourselves.
Right.
So here the idea is listen to the tweet from your heartbeat, listen to that chat request from your brain, listen to the status update from your body.
Yeah. The other thing you said, do one thing at a time and stop living in the gray zone. What is the gray zone?
Well, the gray zone is this whole idea that we are currently getting so immersed in multitasking that we are often living in a state that blogger Linda Stone called it as continuous partial attention, where we're doing 4 different things.
Right.
But if you look at anyone who's in a state of peak performance, whether it's a sports star or a musician, you'll never see a virtuoso violinist practicing while watching 3 different channels. And you as a doctor, you know that when you're with your patients, you bring your fullest attention.
Right.
If you're a surgeon, you're not going to perform surgery and be
doing other things.
Exactly, right?
Other things.
Yeah, so this is just bringing full attention to one thing.
And then clear out your inbox.
Yes.
What is my inbox?
Okay, so again, in the internet sense, if your inbox is exploding, it adds to your level of stress because you don't know what you've not responded to, what is not urgent, so you have to sort through it. In a similar way, inbox in the sense is metaphorically speaking, not just the physical things that are in front of you, but even in your mind, having a clear sense of priorities, doing one thing at a time, so that all of the things that are coming towards you from a mental, emotional state, you're processing them and dealing with them and clearing out your inbox right here.
And yet, this world of ours, with all of this technology that keeps coming out, people are losing sight of how important it is to go back to basics and befriend themselves.
Absolutely. The technology does amazing things, but we have to define our relationship with this technology is really what it is about, and it's even, the imperative is even more higher as we go forward, and there will only be more of these technologies that are coming.